Today I will be flushing the transmission fluid from my Tacoma 2014 V6. I already got all the parts. All the parts are OEM parts. Got them from my local Toyota dealer. I will be replacing the filter. I got it here. I'll show you the part number. That's the part number of the filter. This will be the part number of the O-ring that goes on the filter. It goes on this part of the filter right here. And I have the fill plug gasket. That's the part number right here. I'll tell you how much everything costs. The filter was $70.68. The gasket was this was $6.49. The fill plug gasket, this was $4.57. And I have the crush washers. That's the part number right here for the drain plug and the overflow plug. So I have the 13 quarts of transmission fluid. That's the part number right there. I have all these because I'm planning to refill 4 times at least my transmission and see if I can get most out of it, most of the oil. These truck holds about 11 quarts, so I have 13, so I'm trying to flush most out of it. I also got this beaker here to measure the exact amount that I'm gonna remove from the transmission. Try to put it back. I have this hose here. The beaker was $25 on eBay, and the transmission oil was total was like $142. It was like $10 and something a quart. I also got some carb cleaner. This was about $5 at AutoZone. Also have a funnel. I have a laser thermometer. I'm gonna be using these to check the temperature on to set the level on the transmission fluid. And I have gloves. I also have the transmission gasket here. That's the part number. Show you the part number of the gasket. So the transmission gasket, this was $30. So I also got these cardboards here because I want to put the bolts back in the very same order. I remove them so to keep in the right spot. So I made this cardboard for the transmission pan, and I did this one for the transmission filter. So I'm gonna set the bolts in the very same spot that they are removed. And the tools that I'm gonna be using, I have this is a 15-16 socket. This will be to lose the fill plug and put it back. This is a 14 millimeter. I'm gonna be using this one for the drain plug, and I have a 10 millimeter. this is going to be for the transmission pan bolts. And for the overflow bolt, I have this 5mm hex socket. I have a torque wrench in foot-pounds, and I have a torque wrench in inch-pounds. This is going to be for the filter and for the pan, because the specification torque is an inch-pound for those two things. And I'm going to be using this for the fill plug and the drain plug, and I have the extensions here for each one. So basically that's all the parts. Now let's do it, see how it goes. Oh, I also want to mention that I don't really need that the laser thermometer, because I have a gauge installed in the truck that it can read the temperature in the transmission. It's this one here, but I want to use these to compare how accurate this laser is. That way, if you guys don't have a gauge like this, can use the laser. So that's the purpose of this laser. So let's start doing it. Let's go into the truck. All right, let's locate the transmission. It's right there. So the fill plug is gonna be located right here. It's this one here. So I'll be using the 14mm socket to remove it. Let's show you. Where's it at? It's right there. So let's do it. That's the first thing you do. Remove this bolt, because if you drain the transmission fluid and then you can remove these, you end up with the transmission empty and you won't be able to go anywhere. So let's remove this first. Okay, it came out easy. It's a good sign. Okay, there we go. This is the plug right there. It says WS on it. That means world standard transmission fluid. So you see there is a rubber gasket on it. This looks fairly good, but I will replace him. I will replace it anyways. I got a new one. Alright, now that we know that this plug came out, I'll put it back just by tighten by hand. That way make sure no dirt is gonna get in. So now we're gonna proceed to drain the transmission fluid. This is the drain plug here, and this is the overflow to check the transmission level. So let's drain it, see how much fluid we get out of it. Let's set the camera here. Okay, we got my beaker under to catch the oil, and find out how much oil we get out of it. Alright, camera was very easy. Forgot to put my gloves on. Alright, I have my gloves on. Let's drain this thing. Okay. It doesn't look that bad. Thought it was gonna be dirty. I still can see through. Well, it's not clean, but it's not that dirty either. All right. I spill a little bit, but it's not too bad. All right, getting 300 millimeters. Okay. See. $25 millimeters. All right, finished draining it. I'm gonna put the plug back. I'm not replacing that crush washer until I do all my drains. So I'm planning to drain it like 3 times at least. Put it back. So this is what I got out of it. This is like let's see, 3,000 milliliters. That's a little bit over 3 quarts. So that's the amount that I'm gonna put back in. All right, I'm gonna show you how that oil looks like. You have an idea. It's not bad. I can still see some red in it. I don't know if you see it. Some pink, but it's dirty. You can still see it, but I'm glad that I'm doing this. The truck has 72,000 miles on it, and I have never changed this oil, so that's how it look like. Okay, I'm gonna mark with a Sharpie the level of my first flush. I mean my first drain, and I'm gonna pour the same amount back in after I put the pen back on. So now what I'm gonna do is pour it in a container. I got it ready here. I'm pouring in that container to clean the beaker and have it ready when I need it. Okay, I'm gonna clean this beaker and remove that. Okay, if you see right there, just a little bit over 3/4. Alright, so let me go clean this, and then we'll continue with the removal of that pan. Okay, let's remove the pan. See how these 10mm bolts, this is a 10mm socket. Let's see how tight they are. I'm not gonna put that much pressure in. They're very loose. Look, they're barely. They're not that tight. Okay, I'm gonna lose them all. They were not that tight. That's good. Okay, when I remove them, I'm gonna set them on these cardboard here that I made. Put every bolt in the very same spot. They come out very easy. They don't need that much torque. I believe the specification torque for these bolts are 85 inch-pound, which in foot-pounds is like 3.5 pounds, something like that. Seems like they're all the same, but still, I don't want to mix them up. Alright, I removed most of them. I'm gonna leave just one on each side to hold it in place. Make sure it's not gonna fall on me. Okay. All right. It's only 2 more. Then we'll be done. Alright, it's coming loose. I can feel it. Hold it with one hand and screw with the other one. Alright. the screw right there. Let's do the last one. Holding it with my elbow, and now it's completely loose. Let's see what we got here. Okay, there's still some oil in that filter. There's a lot of oil still in here. Not gonna believe how much oil is still in the pan here. Wow. Alright, we'll let it drip. So that's the filter right there. We'll let it drip for a while and then remove the filter. Okay, now start dripping. So now let's remove these 4 bolts for this filter. It's a 10mm, same as the pen. So let's see how tight they are. I try not to let's see, I'm trying to figure it out. Let's see. Wow, that's loose right there. See this one here? Let me set the camera a little lower. See, what I was trying to tell you is that I don't grab the ratchet from the very end. I don't make force here. I make force right in front just to figure out how tight they are. See, there we go. So I lose it just grabbing it from this right here. I don't grab it from the end. So that way I figured out how tight they are. Look. Let's loose now. Let's see. Get the first one out. Alright, so I'm gonna set it on the cardboard to put it back in the very same spot again. Okay, let's take the other one off. See, that's how this looks like. They're both the same for now. I think they're all 4 the same, but I still like to do it that way. Okay, now I just grab it with my hand, same way I did with the pen. There, and the last one. Alright, still have more oil. Yeah, don't remove the pan from the bottom, that way you can catch all that oil. I wasn't expecting that much oil in here, but see, I think the gasket stay in there. I don't see the gasket anywhere here. It might fall in here. No. I don't see the gasket.
That's weird. To figure it out, where is it at? Probably fell somewhere. I don't see it. I don't feel anything here. I feel the magnets. That's weird. Let's see if it snaps in the way it was. No. The filter might fail. I mean, the gasket might be inside there. Alright, I'll look for it later. Okay guys, I will let it drip and then clean it, install the new filter back in, and then refill this transmission.
Okay, I want to show you all the oil that was still in the pan. It's a lot of oil. So see how the filters look like. Yeah, you can see some dirt in there. This is how the filter look like in there. Doesn't look too bad. I'm gonna open it up later, see how it looks in the inside. See how it looks in there. It looks clean, but on the surface, see, it's dirty. All right, I'm gonna pour this in the beaker, see how much oil we got here to measure it, and put the same amount back in, just the same way we did it when we drain it. So let's see how much oil we got in here. There we go. That's the O-ring right there. Snap right off. Wow, that was a lot of oil. Can't believe it. That was a lot of oil. So I found the O-ring. It wasn't inside the pan. Good thing. Now I want to check the magnets. Okay. See, I got another 1500 milliliters. So that's gonna be 45. Got 30 plus 45. It'll be 15. It's 30. 4500. Remember, I got 30 first. I mean 3000 plus 1500 is 4500. It's gonna be all the way to here. Let me pour back these just to make sure. I'm gonna pour back what I had here to measure it right. I think I'm right. It's gonna be 45. It's a little bit less than 45. Wow, that's a lot of oil. I can't believe it. I didn't think I was gonna drain that much oil. So I'll mark it back. Right there. All right, I want to show you the magnets. You got 1, 2, 3, 4 magnets total. They don't look that bad. Let's see. They're not bad. Then the pan, just the oil is, yeah, it's a little dark. But no shaving, metal shaving on the magnets. Good thing. Everything looks good. So I'm gonna clean it and put it back. Alright, let's remove the gasket. See how difficult it is. It comes off really easy. Very easy. Right? So that's the gasket right there. It came out very, very easy. So I'm gonna clean these up and put it back. Alright, the pan is clean. See how beautiful. Turn those magnets really clean. They are in the very same spot where they were before. So now I'm gonna check the gasket, fitting of the gasket. There you go. It's just right there. It's perfect. All right. So the pan is clean. Now I'm gonna get the filter and install the filter. Okay, this is the filter right here. I'll show you how the filter look like. You hardly see the screen in there. It's a very fine mesh in there too. So I'm gonna install the O-ring. To do that, you have to oil it. Get it out of the bag. Just put a little bit of oil. Let's suck it in oil. Okay, and let's put it on. There we go. Let's apply some oil around. There we go. Now let's put it in. All right. See, continue dripping. So I'm gonna have to add a little bit more oil to that beaker. A little tiny more because all these spill here. Okay. Let's install the filter now. Let's see. It goes right there. Okay.
Snap it right in. Make some pressure. There we go. That was easy. All right, let's install the bolt. Okay. Second one. This thing is still dripping oil. It's a lot of oil. Door bolt. And the last one in the very same order. Right, now I have the torque wrench right here. Specification of torque for these are 84 inch-pound. In foot pounds is like 7 pounds. So let's do 84 pounds. 84 inches pound. See. Gotta be very careful with this. Don't over tight. A 4-inch-pound. Okay. There you go. Right there. Let's do the other one. 84-inch-pound. 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 Okay, that's the torque specification. Alright, now we're gonna do the pan, but I have to clean this edge. It looks clean, but it doesn't hurt. Wipe it off. It looks fairly clean. Gotta clean this edge. Clean it real good. Okay. Clean it all around. Make sure it's very clean all around. That way you're not gonna have any leak later. Okay, that's good enough. Now let's do the next step.
That's the pan right here. Let's do the gasket. Okay.
To hold the gasket in place, I'm gonna set 2 bolts. Well, it's just gonna be that way. All right, let's do it. Okay, set it right there. Okay. All right. It's gonna be tricky. Okay. Let's try it. Line up. Okay. You cannot tilt it because the gasket will fall. Okay, let's try. Let's not tilt it. Let's just put it right on. Okay. Okay. I'll drop the camera. Okay. Just line these up. Okay, that's the screw right here. Let's not tight it too much, just let it a little bit loose. That way we can play around with this gasket. Right. Okay, the pan is just right in place. Now we're gonna install all the bolts back in the same order we remove them. See how I set the setup right here? That way they will go back in the very same spot. I mean, they're all the same, but you know, I like to put everything back the same way it was. So let's do that then. Okay, just tighten by hand. Nice and easy. Okay, let's do the last two. Just do it by hand to avoid damaging the threads. Okay, they're all on. Now we're gonna use the torque wrench. That's 39-inch pound. That's the specification for the pen. 39-inch pounds. Foot pounds is like 3.5 foot pound. So let's get the torque wrench. Okay, we're gonna start 39-inch pound. Good. It's good too. That one is good also. Let's see the rest of them. Still needs a little bit more. That one is good. This one needs a little bit. There we go. That's good. That is good. That one is good too. There we go. That's good. good right there. That's good. That one also is good. All around. That's good right there. It's good. 39-inch pound. All of them. There we go. There we go. So good. This one still needs a little bit. There we go. There we go. All right. Seems like we are set right there. Us ready to rock and roll. Let's fill it up now. All right. Let's remove the fuel plug to fill up the transmission. Let's plug right here. I'll open it up. And we're gonna stick the hose in there. I'll show you the hose I bought this on Home Depot. That's the measurements right there. 5 inches, 5/8, sorry, by a 1/2 inch. That 1/2 inch is the inside of the hose, and the 5/8 is diameter. That's the size of the hole in the fuel plug. So this is 10 foot. Actually, I need only like 5 foot, but they just sell it by 10 foot. I pay like $50.50 for this hose. So I'll show you how I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna run it from the top of the engine and to fill it up from the top. Right, so I'm gonna run this hose here. Straight down to the transmission. All right. Now, I'm gonna get under the truck and find the hose. Stick it in. Okay, where is it at? Oh, it's right here. I got it. It's right there. Let's see. Okay, that's the hose right here. All right, see, it's right there. So I'm gonna pull it down to the transmission fuel plug right here. That's the transmission plug right there. This is the hose right here. All right, So let's bring it in. Let's clean it. Stick it in. There we go. So that's secure right there. And now we're gonna start the filling. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cut these hose. I'm gonna cut it right here. I'm gonna cut it right here, and then put the funnel and fill it up right here. Yep, right there. We got a knife to cut it out. Okay, got the funnel right here. So I'm gonna set the funnel somewhere here, kind of get it secure, and cut the hose near the funnel end. So get a knife and cut the hose. Right, let's cut it out. Okay, there we go. Let's get the funnel in there. There we go. It gets in there really tight, so, which is good. That way, I'm not gonna spill oil all over my engine. Okay. So it's gonna be there. All right. So I'm gonna fill it up right there. So I'm gonna make sure the hose are still inside the fill plug. All right, still in there. Just gonna make sure it's tight. There we go. All right, that's good right there. So let's start doing the filling. Okay. I have the beaker here, so I'm gonna fill it up right there to the mark. That's 4,500 milliliters. 4,500 milliliters. That's almost 5 quarts. So let's do it. Okay, let's see how many quarts. It's gonna be close to 5 quarts. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like I said, almost 5. I might go a little bit over for all the spill. So it's 4
4.5 almost. Yeah. Okay. See, that's how it looks like when it's clean. That's how it looks like. That's very clean right there. Okay, let's start the filling. Let's see how this goes. Should be easy. Easy peasy. Alright, it's going nice and smooth. We'll do it very slow. I'm gonna go check, see how's it going down there. Everything's looking good here. All right. Gravity is doing a really good job. Keep going. Like I said, we're going slow, slow, slow. There is no rush. Let's do this slow. Alright. They don't want to put a dipstick on this. Don't matter. We'll find a way. See, everything is going nice and smooth. No spill. And very, very easy. See? Almost 5 quarts are in the transmission now. And very, very clean job. Alright. Very, very clean. I like the way it went. Just a little bit spill here. Almost nothing. It was almost nothing. See, like nothing happens. Let's go check the plug. See how it looks down here. See, it didn't drip anything. It went all in there by gravity. Look, this is good. Very nice. We're gonna have a little bit spill now, but that's not a big deal. Let's get it out. There we go. It's a very small drip.
I'm gonna set it like this. That way we avoid more spill. It's always a little bit of spilling, but I mean, I'm happy with the results of this hose from coming from the engine. It does it really helpful. Let's put the plug back, just temporary. We'll replace that O-ring and the final filling. We're just gonna tie it by hand, and the next step is starting the engine and do some shifting. Okay, let's start the engine. This is the gauge I was talking about. See, that's the transmission temperature right there, and this is the converter, transmission converter temperature and the engine. Okay, so next thing we're gonna do is just do some shifting here from kind of like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Do this like 4 to 5 times. Okay, that's good enough. Set it off because I don't want the temperature to go too high to set the level later. All right, let's do the next drain. See how much we get out of it. All right, let's drain it again. Right, second drain. Let's see how much we get out of it. See, started looking clean already. That's a good thing. Okay, it's draining. It doesn't look clean, but it's not dirty either. Oh, that's fine. Let's see how much we get this time. Alright. Seems like this time we're getting half of it. The amount we got last time. That's a good thing, because I was worried that I was not gonna have enough fluid. So I already put 5 in, and this is gonna be like another 2.5. So this transmission holds 11.3 quarts. So pretty much I'm gonna flush, I will say I wanna flush like 90% of it. That's the plan. See what happens. Okay, so this is it. I'm gonna mark the amount we got out this time. This is a little bit over 2 gallons. I mean 2 quarts. So I'm gonna put the flow back in. Plug. Alright, start it by hand because it's temporary. And we'll put the hose. We'll remove the fill plug. Okay, it got tight now. So I was removed by hand, but okay, it's coming loose. Okay, let's put the hose back in. Put the hose in the high position. That way gravity will do the work again. All right. This is how the second drain looks like. See, it looks a little cleaner now. Hopefully the next one is gonna be even better, but it's still, now it's already looking good. Yeah. So I got out like 5 quarts, like half of the fluid that transmission holds. So now I'm trying to get the other half this way. Okay, let's do it again. Here we go. It was just almost right on the money. Just gonna add a little bit more. Let's just add a little bit more. Right there. It's the right amount. Okay, let's fill it up. Put a little rack there. Now to avoid a little spilling. Okay, let's fill it up again. Remember, slow. You don't need to rush this. Just take your time. Go check down there, see if it's not leaking. Nope, everything looks good. Everything is looking good. Nice and smooth. Okay, second fill is done. So let's do the same thing over and over again. Okay, let's do the third drain. Gonna drain it for the third time. Let's see how much we get out of it. All right. Let's get these bolts out again. Okay, it's looking better and better. See, it looks cleaner. It's looking good. See this already marked. This one was the first drain, and this was the previous one, and this is the third one now. See how much we get. Okay, we got the very same amount from the last time, so we can predict how much more I'm going to need, so that way I'm not gonna run out. So I have for another, still have for another drain. Let's see how many I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 5 3/4. So I have for another drain. I have for another drain. So I'll get 1, 2, 3, 4 drains. Okay, we got a little bit more than the last one. So let's plug the plug back on and fill it up again. Right. I'll mark. This is gonna be the third one. Number 3. Okay. Let's see how this door batch look like. Alright, looking a whole lot better. Oh yeah. It's looking nice and clean. You can see. Good. Okay. Okay, now I have the beaker very clean again. Just make sure it's spanking clean. And let's fill it up again. Okay. Let's 2. Almost 3. Right there. Okay. So I have 3 quarts and a quarter left. So I have it for another 1 more. So let's fill this one up. See, how's it look? Nice and clean. Okay. Let's fill it for the 3rd time again. Very smooth, nice and smooth. Like I said, there is no rush. Just take your time. See, 0 spill. This is even better if we had a okay, done. Let's start the vehicle again and shift it again. Okay, I drained it for the 4th and last time. So let's see how much we get this time. It's gonna be the last drain. All right, looks nice and clean. Alright, let's see how much we got this time. So I'm good for another 3 quarts. I have 3 quarts and a quarter. So should be just right on the money. There we go. A little bit more than the third drain. A little bit more. But it's pretty consistent. You can predict how much fluid you will need. Okay, so we got a little bit more than the 3rd drain. So the 4th drain is gonna be right here. Not right down 4. That's the 4th drain. Since this is the 4th and last drain, it's time to replace all the ball gaskets, because now they're gonna be in place for good until the next flush. Well, I'm not gonna flush it again. I'm just gonna replace it only. Okay. Let's put all the plugs back. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna remove the check plug to replace that crush washer. And now is the time, because we're gonna fill it up and leave it alone. So let's remove it. We're gonna replace that brush washer. Okay. There we go. That's the plug right here. And I'm gonna replace this. We're gonna set the new one just right, the same way the old one came out. See, it has a little groove. That groove goes facing up, and the flat part goes sitting on the bolt, just like that. So let's get the new one. Okay, here are the new brush washers. So let me clean the bolt before we install that washer. Let's just clean it. And put the new washer just the same way we talk about. See, that's the groove right there. That goes, it goes facing up, and the flat part going down. It goes just like that. And same way the drain plug. See, groove is facing up. Okay, so same way. There we go. That's a check plug, and this is the drain plug. Now the fill plug. This is a different gasket. It's a rubber gasket. It doesn't look bad, but I'll replace it. It's been there since 2014, so it's time to replace it. Already did the job. Let's clean it. Okay, here's the new O-ring. Let's remove it from the back. I'm gonna lubricate it, put it in oil, and insert it right there, just right on the money. Okay, we're ready to put the plugs back. Alright, let's install the fill plug back. Oh no, we cannot do that one now. What we're gonna do is the overflow plug. You still have to fill it up, but we have it ready to put it back. So this one is the one we need to do now. Okay, let's clean this up real good before we put it on. Okay, so this is a 5mm hex socket. We're not gonna tighten it because we have to just hand tight. We have to release it to set the right level, so we cannot crush the washer now. So just tighten it by hand, and then when you check the level, we'll tighten it. That's 15 pounds for that torque, for that bolt. So, but we'll do that later. What we're gonna do now is the drain plug. This one is ready to rock and roll. let's do the drain plug. There we go. Okay, the torque of this is 15 pounds. Let's do it. Okay, 15 pounds. Feels pretty tight already. I'm afraid to put more torque on it. It said 15 pounds, but I don't know, it feels tight already. Okay, I lowered it to see, lowered it to 12 pounds. 50 pounds seems too tight to me. So that's 12 pounds. Alright, that feels good. I mean, I don't want to mess up my transmission. It says 15 pounds, but to me, 12 pounds is good enough. Alright? Better be safe than sorry. Okay, this is how the fourth drain look like. Just want you to see, it's so clean now. That's the way it should be. Fourth and last drain. Now we're gonna fill this up for the last time. Okay, let's pour the same out we removed for the last time. See, the beaker is very clean, so we have to fill it up to here. That's the fourth drain amount. Okay, have a little bit here. See, this is the last quart. This is the 13th quart now. This should do it. Right there. So I still have half of this quart, just in case when I set the level, needs a little bit more. So I think we'll be right on the money. So let's do this one again. Okay, let's fill it up. Our last one. Okay, let me check down there if everything is okay. So make sure that everything looks good. All right. Need to be 100% that this fluid is going right in the transmission, because I don't have no more. This is it. slowly but surely. Okay, that's it. Now we need to set the level. It's time to set the temperature to check the level. So let's start the truck. The temperature has to be between 27 and 115 degrees. So right now my gauge says 100 degrees right now. So it's in the right temperature right now. It's between 97 and 115. So 102 right now. That's the transmission pan temperature. I'm gonna double check with the laser, see how accurate the laser is. That way you guys can use the laser. So let's see what the laser says. It says 99, 100 degrees, 100 degrees, 102, and the gauge say 105. I want to put both. See, it says 100 and the gauge says 105. 101, 105. So it's the temperature right now. So let's get these loose. Okay, nothing is coming out. That means we have to add more. We have to add more because nothing is coming out. Hey guys, I had to add 8 more ounces to be able to check the level. I'm sorry I couldn't show you guys how to do that because my phone died and I couldn't record it. But I only add another 8 ounces, and when I remove the overflow plug, this plug here, it start dripping, and when it quit dripping I tied it back out. So it was only 8 ounces short, and the torque for these bolt is 15 foot-pound, but this is a 3/8 this is a 3/8 hex socket, so I don't have a torque wrench on this size. I only have a 1/2 inch and a 1/4 inch, so I'm gonna have to use the regular ratchet. I'm just gonna tighten it by feel. So you know, it's tight right there. What I do when I tighten it, I grab it from this end. I push hard. I don't pull from here because I'm gonna put too much force to it. So if you see, it's not turning anymore, so that's good right there. It took 12 quarts and a half and I remove I will say I'll remove like 12 quarts and 8 ounces, I will say, and 4 ounces. That's what I put back in, because as you saw, I put back everything the same amount I removed. I put it back, and I end up with only 8 ounces left in my torque quart. So I will say I put back like 12 quarts and a half, something like that. 12 quarts and 8 ounces. So that's pretty much it. Now I'm gonna put the fill plug back. That's the torque for that bolt, which is right here. I put it back. Already put it back. It's that one right there. That is 21 foot-pound torque. So I have a torque wrench for that, so I can do that one. So I'll show you. So this is 21 pounds. That's right there. You hear the click? That's already tight to 21 pounds. Alright guys, so that's pretty much it. Now what I want to do, I want to show you the strainer. I took it apart to see the inside of it, and that's what I found. Here we go. See, this is the filter right here. It goes just like this, and I just want to mention that this part right here is very sharp, so I cut my finger, as you see, trying to take it apart, so I'll be very careful with this. I want to show you in the inside. You see there's some dirt in here, as you see. It's a little dirty, but not bad, but you know, it was a good thing to replace it. So here's the other part. Also, it has a little dirt. You see, it's a little bit dirty too. And this is the fiber that goes inside. This is the strainer. So it goes this way. This is the top part, and you don't see that much debris on this side right here. Very, very small parts. You hardly feel them. Very, very small. Not much to see. And this is the other side where all the metal shaving should be. You see it right here. It's right there. That's all the metal shaving that you're gonna find. Very, very small. Not that big, as you see. I was worried that I was gonna find big pieces, but that's very, very fine and very minimum. As you see, it's fairly clean. It's not that bad. It's very strong material too. This material is very, very strong. You can see through. And this is the bottom part, where, as you see, some metal shaving there too. Very small pieces also. A little dirty too, as you see. So this never been changed in my truck. This is the very first time I do this. The truck has 72,000 miles, so I thought it was time to do it. And I want to do it myself, because I went to the
dealership, we're gonna charge me about $400 to flush the transmission fluid, and I spend roughly like $330 and doing all this extra work, doing it at home, and I'm happy with the results. Everything came out right. I want to show you what I left of my 13 quart. This is the 13 quart. I had left only that's like this is 4 ounces right here. I would say like 10 ounces left. So I used 12 quarts and this much, and you know, some spilling. I would say almost 12 quarts and a half. That's what I remove, and that's what I put back. So and the manual says 11.3 quarts, but I used 12 quarts, like 12 quarts and a half total. Okay guys, this is something that I never done before. I hope you like this video. If you like it, like it. If you don't, like it anyways. I hope this helps someone over there. Thank you for watching, and see you guys next time. Bye bye.